Your lesson essential question is, how does understanding what characters are saying, thinking, and feeling help show their point of view? So we are continuing to talk about point of view. Remember, point of view is how a character thinks or feels about other characters or events in a story. We identify points of view by looking at what the characters are saying, what they're thinking, and how they're feeling. We can also tell through their actions sometimes. So just to review, a character's point of view is how they think or feel about something. So, of course, first we need to identify who the story is about, the characters. Then we identify what they're saying, thinking, and feeling about the other characters or the events that are happening. After we look at what they're saying, thinking, and feeling, we can identify each character's point of view. They might be the same, they might be different, so we want to ask ourselves, do the characters have the same feelings or different feelings? Of course, in the end, we tie it all together by speaking and or writing about each character's point of view, and we use key details to explain those points of view. So remember, we are looking at the characters' thoughts, what they're thinking, their feelings, how they're feeling, and we'll look at their words, and of course, their actions too. So yesterday we started to read the story Soccer Friends, and I had you guys identify how Kelly feels her point of view about soccer. Now let's look at how she feels about another character. But first I'd like to reread the paragraphs that we read yesterday and talk about her point of view about soccer. Kelly couldn't wait until soccer season began, so I see that her thoughts are that she can't wait for the season. She could not be patient because she just loved racing to get the ball. So I see that she can't be patient. She loves racing to get the ball. These are her feelings. She would use her imagination, so she would use her thoughts to picture the ball. And then she would fly toward it. Kelly practiced at home during the calm, peaceful mornings. So I see that she's also practicing. So she likes to imagine the ball. She can't be patient. She loves racing to get the ball. At the first team practice, Kelly greeted her friends. So she's speaking to her friends and she's greeting them. So she must be happy to see them. She liked to chat and interact with them. So her feelings are she likes to chat and interact with her soccer friends. Then she saw a new girl. That's Selena. She's a really fast runner, reported Kelly's friend Tara. So I see a lot of feelings here. I know that she likes to chat and interact with her friends. She likes to imagine the ball. She likes to practice. So I can tell that her point of view about soccer is that it's really fun. And you probably identified something similar to that. Now, let's talk about Kelly and her point of view about Selena. At first, Kelly held her tongue and said nothing. So she's responding through her words by not using any words. She said nothing. She was worried. I see she was worried. That shows feelings. She had always been the fastest runner on the team. Then she said, I can beat her. So now Kelly's responding through her words. So I can see her, she's not saying anything, then she's worried. Now she says I can beat her. When practice started, Coach Troy had everyone line up for races. Kelly was nervous and had butterflies in her stomach. I'd like for you to identify Kelly's feelings in this last paragraph. All right, so Kelly's nervous and she has butterflies in her stomach. On your mark, get set, go, the coach shouted. Kelly ran as fast as she could, but she noticed Selena getting ahead of her. Kelly tried her best, but couldn't match Selena. Later, Kelly watched as Selena entertained some girls by bouncing the ball on her head. The girls laughed, but Kelly was not amused. So now I'm seeing her thoughts. She's not amused. That night, Mom could tell Kelly was upset. Can you describe what's wrong? She asked. So this paragraph tells us more about Kelly's feelings. What does it say? You probably said that Kelly's upset. A new girl named Selena beat me at the races. It stinks to get beaten, said Kelly. So now Kelly's responding through her words. She says it stinks to get beaten. So judging by Kelly's feelings and words and thoughts so far in the story, what do you think Kelly's point of view is about Selena? Keep that in mind because you're going to be writing about it in your discussion post today. Now let's look at how Mom feels about Selena. I know that's disappointing for you, Mom said, but it also sounds like good news for your team. So Mama says, good news for your team. Kelly thought about her mom's words. She cared about the team, but she liked being the fastest. So it sounds like Mom's point of view is a little bit different from Kelly's. Before we read this last page tomorrow, I'd like for you in your discussion post to write about how Kelly's point of view and Mom's point of view are different.